Hey guys, what's up? Brian Goes Blue back here with another update. It's been my first one since mid-April, I believe. Since then, I've actually upgraded my Blu-ray player to region free, so I'm not getting a bunch of titles that I couldn't get before. Sorry to all the Americans that watch and can't get these titles. So, first up, I have a stack from Arrow Video. Yeah, of course, I was going to go Arrow Video right away. These first couple that I've had on the shelf for a while, I thought that my player was region free before, but it turned out whenever I put the disc in, it says the wrong region. So, first up, Last American Virgin. This is my favorite teen comedy movie. I like it more than American Pie. I like it more than Porky's, Meatballs, all those teen sex comedies from the 80s too. This one's from 1982. And it stars this guy, Lawrence Monason. He's also in Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. But it's basically just these three dudes. They're just, trying to get laid for the first time, and they're high school students or whatever. You also got Diane Franklin, who she's in Poltergeist 2. She's in, not Poltergeist 2, what am I thinking? Amityville Horror 2. She's in Better Off Dead. She's in a bunch of other 80s movies. Terror Vision. But anyways, I was really glad to pick this one up. This is a shit ton of special features, guys. Just check that out there. Yes, I love this movie all around. If you haven't seen this one, check it out. I also, at a horror convention a couple years back, I met Lawrence Monason here, and I got him to sign a little still photo, and it says, Dear Brian, stay tall, Lawrence Monason. It's got the DVD cover art there. So I was really glad to upgrade this to Blu-ray, and they're gonna bring it out. I think Olive or Kino is gonna bring it out in the U.S. in the midsummer, but it doesn't have any features on it, guys. So if you want the features, give it the Arrow. Next up, I have a Larry Cohen classic movie here. This one's really cheesy. It's kind of just making fun of consumerism, just how people will just buy whatever is marketed to them. And this is The Stuff. This is a movie about basically this white goo that somebody finds and they eat it and they think that it tastes really good, and they can market it kind of as like ice cream or frozen yogurt, that kind of thing. But they sell it, and it starts eating people from the inside out, and it's just all out cheese fest. Really cheesy. If you like campy B movies, 80s movies, check out The Stuff. Really fun watch. Next one up, these are the new Arrow releases that I bought right before this update. I watched this one last week. It's called The Car, and this one has James Brolin, who's also from Amityville Horror, the first Amityville Horror. Josh Brolin's father. What Evil Drives. So it's basically this. I think it's a Plymouth Prowler. I'm not sure the car name, but yeah, it's just this car it's a possessed car. Basically, just drives around killing people, and I just thought this was a really campy, fun time. It's from 1977, and it's before movies like Maximum Overdrive and Duel Were out and all these other car movies. Maybe not Duel, I'm not sure, but give me in the comments below if you know if Duels are before this one. But this is just really fun. I liked it a lot. Comes with a really big fat booklet. All the Arrow releases do, and then they got the car in the back there, but couldn't go wrong checking it out. It was like £6. Most of these were £6. Amazon has a little sale going on. Next one was really fun. This is the Exterminator. Basically a guy who is in Vietnam at the beginning of the movie. He goes back to the US, and he sees his best friend, his black buddy here, get hurt really bad, and he just ends up going AWOL and just goes out in town and kills whatever bad people he sees. The man they pushed too far, and that's right, The Exterminator. This one was really fun. I really enjoyed it. If you want a movie to just drink to and have a good late night time with, watch The Exterminator, guys. Next I have, this one's from, what's the guy's name? Frank Henenlotter, who also did Basket Case and Brain Damage and a couple other weird cult horror movies. This one's Frankenhooker. If you've never seen Frankenhooker before, just check out that cover art. Frankenstein meets a hooker walking the street at night. But really, really fun movie. Just check out the disc art there too. It's really funny. They always say it's a terrifying tale of sluts and bolts. So if you guys haven't seen Frankenhooker, just check it out if you're into like really, really B movies. Next one up stars Bruce Campbell and Tom Atkins. This is a really good movie all around. Really good horror movie in general. You Have the Right to Remain Silent Forever. That's Maniac Cop. I really like the new cover art that they put on this air release here. If you haven't seen Maniac Cop before, it's directed by the guy William Lustig, who directed the original Maniac movie. I know the remake was awesome with Elijah Wood. So, anyways, Maniac Cop, really fun, good time. Look at the art there, great art, guys. Next one up, this one is a trauma video presented by Arrow. This is Class of Nukem High. Anybody that knows trauma movies knows Class of Nukem High. Toxic Avenger, I'm wearing the shirt right now, but this is the reversible cover art. I like this cover art a lot better than the regular art that was on this. Basically, just about a bunch of punks who take over a school. They go to the school right next to a toxic chemical waste dump, and it grows this radioactive weed, and they say it gives you a radioactive high or something like that. So they're trying to sell this weed at an upgraded price, and people smoke it, and then things go wrong with their bodies, and they turn into mutants and mutate and all sorts of weird stuff. This movie is really, really fun. If you like any sort of high school comedy movie with a twist, definitely check out Class of Nukem High, guys. Up next, I got a couple Steelbooks. This is my favorite Steelbook I've gotten in a long time. I only have probably 10 or 12 Steelbooks total, guys, but I was looking for this movie on Blu-ray in the US, and it just wasn't there. I didn't know that they even had a Blu-ray release in UK or Germany or whatever, but this one's Rumblefish. Francis Ford Coppola classic, guys. This one's I'll just say it's masterpiece. If you haven't seen this movie, check it out. It's got Matt Dillon, Diane Lane, Mickey Rourke when he was real young. I think this was like 82 or 83, I'm not sure. Doesn't say on the back, but Dennis Hopper, Nicolas Cage, Chris Penn, and Tom Waits. This is just basically kind of it's an 80s movie, but it's basically a throwback movie to the 50s whenever gangs were prevalent. And it's about this guy, his name's Rusty James in the movie, and his brother's the motorcycle boy. That's what he's called in the movie, Motorcycle Boy. But it's basically his brother comes back to town. He used to be big into gangs, and Rusty James is kind of a fan of he kind of admires his brother big time, and it's just about them going around town, gang fights, and just getting into craziness. But you have to see it to believe it. The whole movie's in black and white, and the only thing that's in color, I'll show you. It comes with a 40-page booklet here, guys. Really cool booklet. It's got some cool art in it. If you can see that, Rusty James. And the back art to this Steelbook is awesome too. I'll show you this right now. The only thing in color is the Rumblefish in the movie, guys. So if you can see that, the fish are blue and red. That's the only part of the movie that's in color. Just really, really love this movie. Glad to have it in my collection finally. I still need to get The Outsiders, but this is my favorite Francis Ford Coppola movie. I know everybody loves The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, but this is my favorite. Back art, nothing really much to see there, but cool spine. I'm really glad to have this. This is one of those Eureka Masters of Cinema series. I don't have any of the other Masters of Cinema series, so I might get some more in the future. Might not. Who knows? Rumblefish. Check it out. Next up, I have another, this is a horror trilogy Steelbook. This is the Basket Case trilogy. Same director as the Frankenhooker. These movies are just crazy. I haven't seen the second and third one, but I've always seen the first one. Really looking forward to seeing the second and third. But it's basically about this guy, I think his name's Brian too, in the movie, but he's a Siamese twin, and his Siamese twin brother got cut off right after birth, and he's kind of just holds him in this basket, and he's kind of a deformed creature, and he pops out of this basket every once in a while and kills people. So that's a picture of the basket case monster there, and he's flicking off right there. And then, you know, I just like the art of this is really awesome. Got the spine there, and you know, I always keep my J cards inside, but the inside artwork kind of sucks. There's no artwork behind there, just the 3 discs. So that was kind of a disappointment. I don't like Steelbooks that don't have art inside, so, you know, that's why I'm a bigger Digibook fan than Steelbook fan. So, anyways, Basket Case Trilogy, check it out. Next up, I know this one last year had a 4K scan remaster, and came out with a bigger than normal size Blu-ray digipack, and everybody was kind of crapping on it for that fact, but I found the Steelbook from the UK and I liked it a lot, and so I just figured I'd pick this one up instead. It's from Second Sight, and that's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It has all the same features as the American, the 4-disc set, but it just doesn't have the 2 discs with the DVDs on it, which I don't really care about anyways. I really love the artwork on the cover of this, guys. The back art there, really sweet. Second Sight, they put out a lot of great UK horror releases. Just take out the J card and the discs. Just kind of want you to see the back art here. But if you haven't seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm not sure where you've been, because it's just a classic to modern cinema, to horror cinema. You know, you got Leatherface chasing the girl there. I really like the artwork inside. But really glad to own this finally on Blu-ray, and I watched it last week and it just looks awesome compared to anything I've ever seen before this film. Thought this was a great looking Steelbook too, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. With that being said, my final era release of this update, I have the 3-disc limited edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. This one stars, you know, it's got Dennis Hopper, it's got Bill Moseley, Caroline Williams. I'm not sure. I'm sure that that's her, but it says The Buzz is Back. But this one has, you know, Tobe Hooper's early works in here too. Has a movie called Eggshells in here. Yeah, and The Heisters. These are 2 of Tobe Hooper's early works before he did Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's a lot of cool unboxings about this release online. I'm not going to go into depth with this. I'm trying to keep this video a little bit shorter than normal. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Check it out. Awesome movie. And, you know, I saw Fury Road this morning, and I absolutely loved it. 2 words. Fucking awesome movie. That's all I can say about that. But with that being said, I have the original Mad Max trilogy here. I had to get the collector's edition Scream Factory. Got $12.99. Couldn't pass that up. You know, everybody's seen this one. You know, it's got the reversible cover art. I love that about Scream Factory. I watched the interview with Mel Gibson in here. I really liked the new interview that they had in here. Really cool that this villain is in the new one as the new villain. All around, just great movie, Mad Max. Up next, The Road Warrior. What can I say about this one? Road Warrior is just probably the best of the original trilogy here, but this one deserves a special edition, but it just doesn't have one yet. Yeah, and I forget his name, but the villain in this one is fucking great. Beyond Thunderdome, I think it's a pretty good movie. A lot of people hate on it, but you know, it was back in the day when they put David Bowie in all sorts of movies, and they were just trying to put all sorts of pop stars in movies, so they just threw Tina Turner in here. It's kind of a weird choice, but whatever. I like this one too. I like this one. I think this one and the first one are tied for me, but Road Warrior definitely reigns supreme on the trilogy. So really glad to have all 3 Mad Max movies. Next I have a TV series. These are a few Go Hastings pickups, by the way. First one is a TV series, and it's Halt and Catch Fire. Really loved the first season of this TV show, guys. It aired last year on AMC. Back, you know, when they were testing a few new shows out, but this one stuck with it. It has 10 episodes on it, and it's basically, it stars Lee Pace and Mackenzie Davis Toby Huss, and I think Carrie Bichet is her name, but she's really, really stunningly beautiful. But anyways, Halt and Catch Fire, the complete first season. This is basically takes place in 1983, back when personal computers weren't around yet. The guy Lee Pace used to work for IBM, and now he's just kind of doing his own entrepreneurial business, trying to sell trying to sell new PCs and trying to market them. And it's just all about the rise of personal computers back in the 80s. So definitely awesome show. Next season is going to be even better. It looks like it's just building up to better and better things. So I'm going to definitely watch all 10 episodes of these before the new season starts in the end of the month. Check out Halt and Catch Fire, guys. Awesome show. If you like AMC shows like Breaking Bad, or any of the HBO shows or Netflix shows, give this one a watch, guys. It definitely deserves more fan base. Also, from Go Hastings, I got this one used. This is Nicolas Cage, Elizabeth Shue, Leaving Las Vegas. Love this movie. Big Lots said online that they sold this for $5 on Blu-ray.com, but I could not find any DVDs or Blu-rays at Big Lots. Or I think it was Dollar General, actually. I couldn't find anything at Dollar General. But anyways, so I just picked it up, used at Go Hastings. And really, really love this movie. This movie is just awesome. This is one of the best Nicolas Cage performances ever. He hits rock bottom, he just drinks himself almost to death in this movie. But Elizabeth Shue, stunningly gorgeous, man. I picked this one up. This is a classic. This movie is definitely, stoner comedy classic. Sean Penn, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Judge Reinhold, Phoebe Cates, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I have to upgrade this from DVD to Blu-ray, definitely. So, what better time than now? Even got, a little stoner Eric Stoltz in the back there. Love this movie. Directed by Amy Heckerling, who did Clueless, and this one has the Blu-ray and the DVD, so really glad to pick this one up. Hey bud, let's party. It's just so quotable. Alright, Hamilton. What about what's the line? He's like, is he gonna shit or is he gonna kill us? Whenever he crashes the shit out of Forrest Whitaker's car. Such a classic movie, guys. If you haven't seen it, you're on my case, motherfucker. Get off my case, motherfucker. Whatever Judge Reinhold says at the end. He's got the cheesy little pirate's hat in this. Gotta love Damone. Gotta love Spicoli, man. Love this shit. Fast Times. Check it out. Next few movies are from Olive Films. This first one, I never heard of this before. Robert Downey Jr., Kiefer Sutherland, Bruce Dern, and Winona Ryder in this one. It's 1969, guys. This is from 1988. It's an Orion Pictures, back when Orion was still a company. It's basically just a movie about just kids that grew up around the time they were ending high school back in 1969, and everything that happened around them during that time period. So it's kind of a period piece, kind of a coming of age movie. I liked it a lot. Check it out. Got young Kiefer Sutherland. Kiefer Sutherland needs to do some more films. I really liked him back in film. I'm not too big of a TV fan actor of his. Definitely check this one out. 1969. Winona Ryder, great in this. Robert Downey Jr. just funny as all. He's the funny teen Robert Downey Jr. Not how he is now. He's not as serious. So check it out. Up next we have this one. I have not seen this one yet. This one has Jack Nicholson, Susan Strasberg, and Dean Stockwell. This is supposed to be kind of a trippy movie. It also has Bruce Dern in it too. It's called Psych Out, the Ultimate Head Trip. Set during 1960s counterculture revolution. Psychedelic world of drugs, music, and free love. So if I want a hippie trippy little time, I'll check out Psych Out soon. Peace. Next one. This one has. This is a Canon picture film, starring John Stockwell. I like this one. Pretty good little high school gang movie. But this one was Dangerously Close. I'd never heard of this one before, but I really liked it. Not too much to say about it. It wasn't very memorable, but I really want to check it out again. kind of a late night watch for me. I watched it around 2 a.m. so I didn't remember too much about it, but I remember that I liked it enough to want to keep it in my collection and definitely want to watch it again. Dangerously Close. These next 4 pickups actually are from Amazon Germany. First one being Blood Diner. Now I flipped around all these cover arts to take away the UK logo there. It's kind of got an annoying UK logo in the bottom there. I'm still watching this one, that's why this is not here. But you know, Blood Diner is basically about these. It shows these guys as kids. They basically they worship their uncle, and their uncle dies, and they dig him up from the grave, and they kind of just want to bring this this goddess back to life or something like that. So they start this diner, and they cut up human organs and feed people human fingers, and they show this one scene where they cut this guy's fingers off and dump him in the deep fryer and feed them to customers. It's just a definitely cheesy 80s throwback horror comedy. I mean, look at the back of that, guys. Like, I know it's all in German, but it's just really, really weird. Really weird and fun. There's always this funny scene that I think of in this movie that always cracks me up is whenever they push this guy into the middle of the road, and there's this car with hydraulics on it, and the hydraulics hit him right on his head, just bouncing up and down. It's so funny. But if you guys like cheesy B 80s horror comedies, check out Blood Diner. Next one up is from Joe Dante. I believe, yep, directed by Joe Dante. And this is always a classic. If you're a 90s kid at all, you know this movie front and back, I'm sure. I'm sure you've seen it at least 3 or 4 times if you're a 90s kid at all. Small Soldiers. I had to get this one from Amazon Germany. I know it's not in the US as a release, but I need to upgrade my DVD to this one. Really love this movie. It's basically just, I think Tommy Lee Jones plays this guy. But, you know, you got a bunch of famous actors playing the voices of these guys. Phil Hartman's in this movie, Dennis Leary, Kirsten Dunst. If you haven't seen Small Soldiers, check it out. It's about little action figures that come to life. And, you know, they're not always as good as they are on Toy Story. So, Small Soldiers. Next one up is probably one of my favorite horror movies of the last 10 years or so. This one's directed by James Gunn, who directed Guardians of the Galaxy, and he also directed Super. Slither. This one came in a cool red case. This one's about, it's kind of like Night of the Creeps. Night of the Creeps definitely took some of the elements from that movie and made Slither. And it stars Michael Rooker and Elizabeth Banks. But it's basically just about these slugs that, well, this meteorite crash lands on Earth, and it has a slug inside of it. And once it gets inside of somebody else, it kind of just takes over their body, kind of like Night of the Creeps. But this one has more of a zombie element to it than that one, and also has a few more creatures into it. Really, really fun movie. Check it out. I think it even has an appearance by what's her name from The Office? Drawing a blank, but you know, Pam from The Office. I forget her name, but definitely check out Slither if you haven't. Really, really great movie. Just check out the back art there. Really cool. Next up, this is probably one of my favorite kids movies when I was growing up. This one's Howard the Duck. I've watched this countless times, back to back with Harry and the Hendersons when I was like 2 or 3 years old. Always going to be a classic in my eyes. If you haven't seen Howard the Duck, it's basically just a duck that, you know, he lives on his planet where they're all ducks. And they're all walking and talking ducks. They're kind of like human-esque character ducks. But you know, he gets sucked into Earth, and you know, everybody thinks that, you know, he's just kind of a weird-looking alien dude, duck. But has Leah Thompson in it, Tim Robbins, Jeffrey Jones, who's you know, the principal from Ferris Bueller. Just check this out, guys. It's a Marvel movie too. I know they had Howard the Duck at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy as kind of a cameo, but this movie just gets totally shit on. George Lucas presented this movie. I don't think he didn't direct it though, but he definitely produced it. And just really looking forward to revisiting Howard the Duck, guys. Alright, last two things on my list. This next one was the most bizarre movie I've seen in years, maybe ever. This is a Twilight Time release. I just had to get it when I saw the trailer because it just looked batshit crazy, and it was. This is Zardoz, and this one stars Sean Connery, and just look at Sean Connery on the cover of that, and on the back art, guys. Basically, all these guys, they're known as, I think, Eternals or something like that, and they never die ever. But they worship this big old stone head, and it's a floating stone head, and its name is Zardoz, and it feeds them guns to shoot down the Brutals, which are just normal people that can die. So it's just like this, they're looking at the stone head, and it looks like Legends of the Hidden Temple, guys. I'm not even shitting you. Legends of the Hidden Temple head kind of thing. It kind of looks like that, or the one of those big blocks from Super Mario Brothers games. But this movie was just so nuts and out there. It was so funny. I can't even explain it, guys. If you know what this is, you know what I'm talking about. But Zardoz, weirdest fucking movie I've ever seen. Last thing in my collection update, the Ultimate Gangsters collection, guys. I was wanting to get some old school gangster movies, and what better way than getting the classic edition of the Ultimate Gangsters collection. This one has Little Caesar, The Public Enemy, Petrified Forest, and White Heat. I've seen The Public Enemy, but I haven't seen the other three. It comes with a nice sturdy case, kind of reminiscent of the Nightbreed box. If you guys have the Nightbreed limited collector set, or the Tim Burton box set, kind of like, it's kind of sturdy case like that. But it has a cool little booklet in there with all sorts of let me show you a cool picture, man. Cool pictures like that. And then, you know, you gotta love the James Cagney. I just had to get some old school classic movies in my collection every now and then, boost up my classics, so I had to get the Ultimate Gangsters Classic Collection. This one was like 18 bucks on eBay. I think it goes for like 40 bucks on Amazon or something like that, but I lucked out with it, got 18 bucks on eBay, so. That being said, that's my last thing in this update, guys. Really glad you guys stuck in there with me all this time, and I'm glad that you guys have subscribed and commented on my videos. Really looking forward to seeing more videos from me in the future. More near future than later future. I know I haven't been on making videos in a while, but I just kind of been in a rut, kind of lazy making videos, and you know, hopefully soon you'll see me do some out and about videos, that kind of thing. Looking to get a new phone with a better camera. So, anyways, this is Brian Goes Blue saying peace.